Find all real solutions of the quadratic equation. So we got two questions here, A and B. So degree 2, that's why quadratic. So we'll have two solutions counting multiplicities. That means we can have same solution twice. So let's do part A. So in part A, we got 3x squared plus 19x plus 16 equals 0. In the left side, we got a quadratic polynomial. It may or may not factor. Okay, if it factors, then we can just factor, find the x value. If it does not factor, then we can try the quadratic formula. So this is a trinomial. There is a 3, so we have several methods to factor. So we need to get 19 in the middle by adding. Here's a 16 and 3. Okay, we know 16 plus 3 is 19. So we can write this 19 as 3 and 16, right? So 3x plus 16x, because 3 and that. So we can factor in this case. So this is same as 3x squared plus 19x is 3x plus 16x plus 16 equals 0. All positive, so kind of easier now. From these two, the first two terms, we have 3x out, so x plus 1. From the last two, we have 16 factor out, so x plus 1. Now we got two terms, and x plus 1, x plus 1, x plus 1, 3x plus 16 equals 0. Okay? Then when we have a product of two things equals 0, so either x plus 1 is 0 or 3x plus 16 equals 0. So we can isolate x from here, subtract 1 from both sides, so x is negative 1. Here we subtract 16, divide by 3. So x is subtract 16, divide by 3. So we got two values of x. So x is negative 1, negative 16 over 3. So we don't have to make a whole number. And these are the two answers. Alternatively, we can do the following. So let me do in this way. So instead of factoring, I mean, we are kind of lucky here, but a lot of times the factoring might not be this easy. So what we can do here is 3x squared plus 19x plus 16 equals 0. We're going to move and multiply this one, multiply by 3. Later we have to divide by 3. Okay, then that becomes x squared plus 19x plus 3 times 16, 48. 0. Now this is 1. So factoring is now easy, because x squared means the only way it factors is x times x. Now we need to find factors of 48, two factors of 48, whose sum is 19, because we need to add to get 19 and then 48, and this is 16 times 3, 48. Okay, so 16 and 3. So it doesn't matter where you write, plus 16 and plus 3. But then we cannot find the x value yet, because we need to divide by 3. We multiplied by 3, so divide by 3, divide by 3, then we can find the answer. So from the first one, this is x plus 16 over 3 equals 0. We can write in this way. Or from the second, what do we have here? X plus 3 over 3 is 1, right? So x plus 1 equals 0. So we don't have to write parentheses anymore, because there's only 1. Now isolate x, subtract 16 over 3 from both sides. So x equals negative 16 over 3. Subtract 1 from both sides, negative 1. So you have two answers. This brace is not needed. Negative 16 over 3 and negative 1 as before. Okay, let's do part B. So we got 5x squared plus 10x minus 3 equals 0. So we got a trinomial in the left, so we try to factor this one. If it factors, we are done. Otherwise, we need to go for quadratic formula. So since the last sign, the third term sign is negative, so we need to get 10 by subtraction. Okay, 5 times 3 is 15, so let me multiply this one. X squared plus 10x minus 5 times 3, 15 equals 0. So we need to find factors of 15, and when we subtract those two factors, we need to get 10. So 15 is 15 times 1. 15 minus 1 is 14, not 10. 15 is 5 times 3. And 5 minus 3 is 2, but not 10. So all that means now, are there any other factors of 15? I mean, 3, 5, same thing, 1, 15? No. That means this trinomial does not factor. So what we try to do here is not applicable because this does not factor. Now we can kind of conclude from here, does not factor. But regardless, whether it factors or not, we can always use the quadratic formula. What is that? When we have in this form ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, then the formula gives x equals negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. And take plus ones and minus, so we get two answers. So in this particular case, to apply the quadratic formula, a is 5, b is 10, and c is negative 3. So we need to take care of this one. Even if factors, by the way, we can always use quadratic formula. I mean, that gives us nice answer. Then ax equals, I'm using this one, negative b is 10 plus minus square root of b squared, 10 squared, minus 4 times a is 5 times c is negative 3, all over 2a, a is 5. So negative 10 plus or minus square root of, let's simplify this in your calculator or just work. 10 squared is 100, is a minus, and negative it will be plus. 4 times 5, 23, 60, right? And 100 plus 60 is 160. So this one you can just do in your calculator, 160. Note that if you take a square root of 160, you're gonna get a decimal number. That's why this doesn't factor. If it were factorable, then we would have a perfectly square number here. Okay? All over 5 times to 10. But we need to simplify square root of 160 because 160 might have a perfect square factor. Anyways, let's separate into two parts. So negative 10 over 10 plus minus square root of 160 over 10. I mean, this 10 is for first here and here. So what is square root of 160? Okay, what are the perfect square factors? I mean, we have 1 square 1, but 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, okay, 64. This is 2 squared, 3 squared, 4 squared, 5 squared, etc. Which one divides? Just try in your calculator. I'm dividing here 160 divided by 36 maybe? No. Okay, obviously 4 divides. So, I mean, that's it. I think it's a 4 divides 40 times. Okay, 16 divides. My bad. Not only 4. You can try 16 divides. So this is 16 times 10. And the square root of 16 is 4 root 10. I mean, some of you might know different ways. Just simplify. Or your calculator. And some calculators give square root of 160 as just 4 root 10. 4 root 10. Then 10 over 10 is 1, so negative 1 plus or minus 2 goes twice, 2 goes 5 times, so 2 over 5 root 10. So that's the x. So we got two x values. Okay, so we can write thus x is negative 1 plus 2 root 10, maybe let's write in that way, over 5, one solution, one answer, comma, negative 1 minus 2 root 10 over 5. Okay, this 5 just for this one, not all over. So there are two answers. You can put for braces, are not needed. Final.